It is time for Say What?
Say what?
Oh, it's our final day. We're not breaking up. We're not breaking up.
Yeah.
No, it's just the last day of the season, just in case our listeners were not aware. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't have to be sad about it because we'll be doing something very similar to this in the new season. It'll be a different day.
But you're going to have to tune in. We're not going to tell you when either.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to, kind of guess and tune in every day and find Michael Garrett. How's that, right?
Yeah, just try every single day. Start on Monday, and I'll be here sometime.
Sometime during the week. We won't tell you when. Okay.
Yeah, but let's dive right into the social media conversation that has gone viral this week. Ron DeSantis, the Florida governor, who makes headlines because of his beef with Disney. He's beefing with that. He made his long-awaited entry into the 2024 race for the White House on a live stream. Now, this is the proper way to make an announcement in 2023. Live stream it. Nothing pre-recorded, not a video release.
Yes.
The stream was hosted by the very man who runs the social networking service on which it ran, Elon Musk. He was there hosting it. And here's what Elon had to say in an interview with the Wall Street Journal to promote the live stream announcement.
We'll be interviewing Ron DeSantis, and he has quite an announcement to make. And it'll be the first time that something like this is happening on social media, and with real-time questions and answers, not scripted. So it's going to be live and let her up. Let's see what happens.
Live and let her rip.
Let her rip? Really?
Yeah, he lets everything rip.
That's true.
Elon Musk, he doesn't read a single thing off of anything, and he does not have writers, so he's just ad-libbing everything he ever says. But
is that a good thing, though?
You know what? When you listen to him for a little while, you start to think, no, it's not. Because as I was listening to what he was saying, and also I'm gonna play for you some of the announcement as well. It kind of go, maybe a little preparation doesn't hurt sometimes.
Right.
But let her rip. I want to focus on that expression because with Say What, we always like to learn a couple things as far as idioms go. So this means to do something, to continue without hesitation or restraint, to let her rip. This goes all the way back to 1857, and let her rip was talking about usually devices where you just let them go as quickly as possible, like a vehicle, for example, like a car.
Yeah.
But then also, I've heard it with baseball, and people used to say let her rip, and that means swing the bat at the ball with
really hard, right?
As hard as you can, and don't think about ball or strike or whatever. Just swing as hard as you can. So I think Elon Musk's use of the expression right there, it just shows that he thought the live stream conversation was going to be very open, very free, without much restraint, but also possibly plagued by errors because it is something where it's not scripted and not pre-recorded. So if there is a mistake, you're going to be watching a mistake live on stream.
Yes, indeed. And by hosting this announcement, is Elon Musk promoting his social networking service or maybe even officially backing or endorsing Ron DeSantis as a political candidate?
Yeah, so my impression was that it was much more the former of that, where he's kind of promoting what he has going and not really backing him. And I'll let him explain that for himself here with this next clip.
All right.
So, I'm not at this time planning to endorse any particular candidate, but I am interested in X/Twitter being somewhat of a public town square, and where more and more organizations host content and make announcements on Twitter. It's the only place on the internet to really get real time, like down to the minute and second news, and it's So I think it's quite groundbreaking that there'd be a major announcement of this type on social media.
Really? The only live news? What are we?
Yeah, it is. There's a few claims here where you say, well, it's not like live streaming is completely new.
I know.
You want to kind of say that to him. And
it's kind of overstating.
Yeah, but what he said is groundbreaking. It's actually exactly what you're referring to there. Groundbreaking, it refers to something very innovative, something that's original. And this comes because whenever you're going to build something, the first thing you have to do is dig.
Yes.
And so digging is literally breaking the ground.
Yes.
And so that just means the first step of any project or any kind of big new thing is breaking that ground. And so groundbreaking is like the first version of something new. We're starting to see, I think, that Elon Musk, he has a certain vision for his networking service and that he wants it to be a place where you can log in there and then you'll see these live dialogues happening of very important people who are changing the world. And it's kind of a place where you can go and join in on that.
Yeah.
And possibly even like write comments and ask questions.
Sure. And so, big question.
Yes.
How did the announcement go?
Well, it did not go very well at first. So it went actually very badly at the very beginning because the stream malfunctioned and it had to be delayed. And so there were hundreds of thousands of people in there waiting to hear from DeSantis, and they had to wait a little bit longer. They said that some news agency figures put the number of people who logged in for the conversation at 600,000.
Wow.
And then there were some glitches, as I said. Here's what it actually sounded like when Governor DeSantis, Elon Musk, and there was also a moderator named David Sachs who was in there as well. This is what it sounded like when they eventually made it onto the live stream.
All right, I think we're broadcasting. Man, I think we melted the internet there.
Yeah, that was insane. Sorry. We actually doing this from David Sachs's Twitter account because it looks like doing it from mine basically broke the Twitter system. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining. We're incredibly excited to announce that if you want to have Governor DeSantis on with us with this historic announcement, and then look forward to live Q&A from the audience. So, with that.
Yeah, I mean, so Governor DeSantis, are you there? Can you hear us? I think you broke.
I'm here.
I know. I think you broke the internet there. We had over 500,000 people in one.
You might have broken the internet for other reasons because, and by the way, listeners, we didn't purposely try to make that sound bad. That was the actual.
No, I just took it straight there. No editing.
Cut and paste.
Yeah, cut and pasted that thing right there. And that's kind of the whole idea here is maybe you do sometimes prepare for something, but that's what they're going for. I mean, letting it rip and just getting on there. Maybe you don't want your stream to start off with things like, hey, can you guys hear me? Is my microphone on?
Mic check. Mic check.
Mic check. This is like a presidential announcement, like he's going to run for the president. So those kinds of difficulties. Now, you can sort of see this in two different ways.
Yes.
You can see people who are pro-Musk and pro-DeSantis. They're saying, like, there were so many people watching, they broke the internet. And that phrase right there, broke the internet, is when you have so much traffic that you actually crash like a server or something. And it just doesn't work for a little while. So it's actually a compliment when you break the internet. That's a good thing. So they're saying, like, it didn't go very well, but that's because we're so popular. So that's that side.
Right.
And the other side is, it just looked terrible. And you have the actual CEO of the company, and it crashes for him.
Yeah, for the platform that you're,
It's almost like call the manager over. And it's like, no, I am the manager. And it's still not. I am the
company.
I'm the entire company, and it's not working. So, yeah, it's just whatever you think. You could spin it both ways. Was it successful? There were so many people there, or the other way.
But that was the best.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? It might work. That was the best,
Is this thing on? I'm going to run for president, everybody. Did you guys hear that? Is there a delay? But anyways, I want to actually also play for you the announcement itself, because that's what we are talking about. So let's play. This is Governor DeSantis actually announcing that he's running for president.
We've got, I think, a record audience assembled here. Probably the biggest room that's probably ever been assembled online. What would you like to tell them?
Well, I am running for president of the United States to lead our great American comeback. Look, we know our country's going in the wrong direction. We see it with our eyes and we feel it in our bones. Our southern borders collapse. Drugs are pouring into the country. Our cities are being hollowed out by spiking crime. The federal government's making it harder for the average family to make ends meet and to attain and maintain a middle-class lifestyle. And our president, well, he lacks vigor, flounders in the face of our nation's challenges, and he takes his cues from the woke mob.
There you go. So, some of the reaction, I think we had Trump up there. Now, some of the reaction, Trump actually, he sent out a post.
Yes.
As a reaction. Now, during that, you didn't hear that just now, but DeSantis, during his announcement, during that, it was about an hour conversation. And during that, he said that he wants to figure out to see what buttons he can push to invoke executive authority. And then, so Trump posted this. I'm going to quote this now. I said, Rob, my red button is bigger, better, stronger, and is working. Truth. Yours does not.
Oh.
And then in parentheses, per my conversation with Kim Jong-un of North Korea, soon to become my friend.
Oh my goodness.
So it's this, DeSantis wasn't talking about nuclear war and nuclear red buttons.
Not that button.
And then Trump just jumps right in with
Not that red button.
And he's like, I got my finger on that big red button. And, some people are kind of saying, what kind of reaction is that? What kind of post is that? But that was one of the reactions to the DeSantis announcement there.
Interesting.
Yes.
This is my reaction. Raised eyebrows.
Raised eyebrows. And not totally unexpected. Not off script for him either. He's letting it rip, just as everybody else is.
Absolutely. We're going to remember that. Let it rip.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Michael, for a fantastic season. And of course, you'll be back
I will. And
on a day.